You guys are amazing. I love you all. We are still speedrunning to that 1 million subscribers, and we are getting there pretty fast. So if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? But in today's video, we're going to be trying out a bunch of different secret Bloxfruit experiments and try to see what would happen if we messed around with them. But for this first experiment, we're going to need to go ahead and switch our fruit all the way over to the dough fruit right here. And I'm going to have my best buddy Rectway over here help me with this, and he's going to also equip dough. So come over here, Rectway. The experiment is, if we both use the C ability at the same time and smack each other, none of us will take damage. So let's see how true this is and if it actually works like that. So Rectway, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
On the count of 3, we do it. 1, 2, 3, go. And oh my gosh, from the looks of it, none of us took any damage. Rectway, did you take damage? You didn't. Neither did I.
You're not gonna damage it from behind, right?
Bro, I do not want damage from behind. You gotta chill out. But for this next experiment, it's kind of the same thing, but a little different. From what I heard, this can actually break the way it works. It's really weird to explain, but let me just go ahead and whip it out. We need to go ahead and take out the spiky trident, and Rectway's gonna need to whip out his spiky trident as well. So, for this experiment, you're gonna need to have the Z ability unlocked. Rectway, are you ready for this?
No, not yet. Bro, I don't want to get poked down there.
Dude, too bad. You're gonna get poked whether you like it or not. So, on the count of 3, we're gonna let go of our Z ability. So, let's go ahead and charge it up. We should be in the flying position. On the count of 3, we both let go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. And oh my gosh, what happened? The Z ability does not normally go that far, and there is many different things that can happen with that, it seems like. Let's go ahead and try that one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Yo! That one just like shot us all the way over here. That went even further than before. You guys can absolutely try these for yourselves. There is like so many different things that can happen. It's never the same every time. Did you guys actually know there is only one sword in Bloxfruits that can be buffed by another fruit? And when I say buffed, I mean it improves its abilities. It makes it a stronger weapon. And if you're wondering what weapon that is actually the Coco Sword. So let me go ahead and find out where that is, and it's right over here. For this experiment, we're also gonna need that control fruit to pair it up with. Just like in the anime, we use the control and the Coco Sword. To try this, you need the Coco Sword to be at least mastery 325 because you're gonna need this injection shot ability. To start off the experiment, we're gonna see how far the Coco Sword can shoot that injection shot. So if we get this close to Rectway, can we hit him? And we actually can't, surprisingly. But if we compare it with the control fruit and we have Rectway inside of our control area, I think we could go extremely further back and somehow still be able to hit him. Let's go ahead and try shooting him with the injection shot. Make sure you have some good aim. And would you look at that? We dealt some damage. Let me go ahead and take down my control area. Rectway's floating in that sky right there. You can barely see him. But Rectway, go ahead and try to shoot me from there. Can you even hit me?
Take some of this.
Bro, that did absolutely nothing. That was a pretty cool experiment. And it's pretty much a secret. Not a lot of people know about that. I think it's really cool that Bloxfruits did some sort of combo with the sword and fruit. I really hope they do that with a lot of other fruits in the future updates. If you've been living under a rock, you probably don't know this little experiment that we're about to do. But it is kind of common. Apparently, there is a way you can use the God-Human C ability to get this boat on land. You kind of have to like angle yourself like next to the sea and then kind of use the C ability and sit back down. And as you can see, we are in control of the boat. If we dash all the way over here, we can bring it on land, which is pretty impressive, right? But I wonder, is there anything else in the game that can do that? It makes me wonder, since we used the spiky trident earlier and it does break the game if you kind of dash on certain things, what if we were to use it on the boat? So let's go ahead and stand right next to the seat real quick, use our Z ability to dash, but we kind of have to sit back down. So it's kind of a trouble to do this, but once you get seated down, there we go. Can we dash on land now? And oh my gosh, we absolutely can. And I'm going crazy over here. Do not touch the boat because sometimes when you touch the boat, it sends you flying like that. This experiment requires the Quake Fruit. It doesn't matter if you have it awakened or not. You just need the V ability unlocked. And of course, if you've used the Quake Fruit or have seen it, you know it summons big giant tsunamis when you use the V ability, right? You have all these waves coming in at once. I have it awakened, so I have 4 tsunamis. But what will happen if we call up the tsunamis all the way on top of Great Tree? Will it spawn in a huge gigantic tsunami that could wipe out this entire map, or will it just not work? We actually have to equip the love fruit just to fly all the way up to the top of the tree. It is really high up there. Even though it may not look like that, it is pretty tall. So after about a whole minute of flying upwards, we are finally getting to the top of the great tree. I really hope spawning in a gigantic tsunami would happen, because that would be really cool to see. It is now time for the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and use that V ability and see what happens. Come on. I don't see any tsunamis just yet. Please tsunamis, anything? And oh man, such a disappointing experiment. We didn't get any tsunami waves. Bloxfruit's admins, if you're watching this video, you should definitely add that. But this gets me wondering, if they use real-world physics in Bloxfruits, does that mean the Rumble fruit has some sort of issues with it too? So here we are back in front of Mansion. If Rumble is a fruit that is created by thunderclouds up in the sky, what would happen if we do a thunder ability indoors? Let's use the thunderstorm ability, the X ability. Let's see what happens. And oh my gosh, that experiment actually works the way I thought it would. Because it's thunder and it comes from the sky, you are safe indoors. But if you use it outdoors, this would happen. Have you guys ever 1v1 someone using the venom fruit and try to transform, but it never let you, even though you had max furry meter? Well, Rectoid kind of told me about this experiment that we kind of learned. So apparently, if you go into small, tight areas or you get kind of like stunned onto the floor, you won't be able to transform. Apparently, if you try to transform, it will say cannot transform in this place because it's such a small area. But if you go out a couple steps and transform here, it'll do it no problem. Rectoid also pointed out you can't transform in small areas with dragon as well. So that leads me to believe, are these the only two fruits in Bloxfruits that can't transform in tight spaces? Let's try with another fruit that has a huge transformation, such as Buddha. Let's go ahead and try to transform as Buddha. And if we do it, Buddha has no restrictions. You could just become the giant Buddha you always wanted to be. Speaking of Buddha, my friend Mist over here is going to show you guys how to use two fruits at once. And I'm not talking about like that rubber falcon transformation. I'm talking about two actual fruits that can give you an advantage during PvP. For this experiment, I do not recommend you try it because you could probably get banned for doing this. So I told him to go ahead and transform. He is currently using Buddha, but if we use our observation, he doesn't have a fruit all of a sudden. What the heck? Now it's Dough down here, and he's still Buddha, but now he's Dough, and he's using the Dough fruit. What the heck is that? Oh my gosh, he's literally breaking the game. This is something I have never seen before, but it is insanely broken because you could spam the Dough abilities and getting a Buddha defense buff. I think you guys know why that could get you banned. And why am I getting comboed? This experiment is going to require a lot of glitching. So for example, you can just walk through this building because it's not really a glitch. It's just kind of like a glitch itself. You're not really doing anything, but it's glitched in the game. So talking about glitches in the game, we could actually go down here at Hydra Island. And down here at this waterfall, there is a secret hole you can go inside of. It is right here in this little corner. If you go right where this rivet is, you go inside and now you're in this tunnel, but it actually takes you right under the map at Hydra Island. And there are some weird structures under here if you notice. What is this giant square cylinder thing right here? Well, they're actually there because they take you on different parts of the map. For example, there's this weird structure right here. It seems like they kind of want you to go here. And if you go to this area and you look at this wall, then you have to press shift and you just kind of get the right angle. You'll notice there's a separate room here. And once you get the angle right, you just teleport over here. And if you notice something familiar, this is the training dummy area. But that's not going to be as impressive as the other room I'm about to show you. All we have to do is go back underground. You can do this glitch without the revive fruit, but I honestly highly recommend using it. So let's go ahead and equip it and go toward this weird structure we talked about earlier. We want to get like nearly right under it, but you can't really go under it because it'll just teleport you out of it. But if we use the F ability, we could kind of dash under it and we magically teleport to the beautiful pirate area, which is a completely different island known as Floating Turtle. What the heck? For this experiment, I always wondered, what did these wanted posters actually mean and do they have a purpose? So from what I've heard, they only mean anything if you're on the marine team. Right now I'm actually on pirates, so as you can see, I can click on this, but it doesn't do anything if I'm a pirate. So if I go ahead and go out here and switch teams to marine real quick and talk to this NPC, I should be able to switch to the marine team, and then I should be able to click on this poster. And now I got a magical quest that says defeat Rectway, 0 out of 1. And the reward is actually 50,000 like it says on the poster. But does that actually work? Let's go ahead and find out. Let's go ahead and do some clapping with Rectway's cheeks.
Bro, I don't want you clapping my cheeks.
Hey, bro, I gotta do it for the video. It is what it is. You can't argue with that. Let's go ahead and use the rumble fruit real quick. Just combo him, deal some damage, hit him with my giant balls. Go ahead and use God Human on him. Finish him off with all that. And look at that. We just got 100,000 because we killed him and we have double money. That's a pretty cool experiment. That's like almost like an infinite money glitch. But if we go ahead and use our portal fruit and actually actually go find the fruit that spawned in the game. Did you know if you like and subscribe, you will have a better chance of finding a good fruit? So let's go ahead and find this fruit. Oh, would you look at that? It's actually a magma fruit, which isn't too bad. Wait, Rectway, you stole it.
Yeah, it's mine now.
I guess because you like and subscribe to me, you can have it. For this last experiment, if you're trying to get all the titles to unlock these special title colors, for example, if we talk to this NPC, there's a bunch of titles. To get the highest color, you need 160 titles, but in this game, there is well over 160. There is actually 171. One of the hardest titles to ever get in all of Bloxfruits is this one right here, Equal to the Heavens. You can only get it by defeating a Bloxfruit staff member. And let's be honest, how many of you guys run into Bloxfruit's admins on a daily basis? Probably not a lot. But if you still want to unlock those colors from getting titles, there is one secret title you may or may not know. And it's actually a game within Bloxfruits. It's actually right over here. These chess tables. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really ever play chess at all. But the experiment is, if we beat a game of chess, do we unlock a title? So I'm gonna play with Rectway, and he's gonna intentionally throw the game for me. I'm gonna go ahead and move a pawn forward, and I'm not gonna explain too much because chess isn't really fun to watch. There we go. New title unlocked, the Mastermind. So it is true, you could get a title just by beating a game of chess, and that is like my first or second time really ever playing chess in this entire game. But that's what Bloxfruits is all about, guys. Chess.